going on a trip through time to discover the magnificent future that lies ahead with you and your guns. Soon you'll learn just how guns will be able to help you live life to the fullest.
Good job, kiddo.
Welcome to the American Dream.
Aha.
So you're in a kind of 1950s World of Tomorrow style ride where you're going to see and be taught how you can use guns to live your everyday life, the virtues of guns for the common man.
Now this is like a World's Fair put on by gun makers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm a baby in a crib right now with guns.
Yeah, we're going to learn how to use baby's first gun.
Oh, that's adorable.
We've got the basics, of course.
Is she gonna feed me with a gun?
Yep. I don't know if you've ever eaten off a gun before, but you'll get to do it today.
It's been a while. Should I literally lean forward to eat this?
Ow.
Now, what was your guys' inspiration for this game? Like, where did the initial idea come from?
Right, well, prior to this, we made a multiplayer competitive shooter called Street Sheet.
Yep.
And, you know, we spent a long time in the FPS world thinking about, you know, how you design those kind of experiences. And, you know, when it was time to move on to our next game, we were throwing around a lot of ideas. And we found that a lot of the stuff that we came up with involved guns. And when we looked around, most of the games you see nowadays also involve guns. And we noticed a strange obsession with, you know, the use of guns and weaponry across games and multimedia in general. And it just kind of struck us as a bit absurd.
Yeah.
How games in particular rely so heavily on guns. And it kind of, from there, spawned the question, if you were, you know, a character from one of these FPS or shooting games, say for instance, if you're the guy from Call of Duty and your only method of interaction with the world is through your gun, what happens when you go home? Like, how do you live your regular life? And yeah, it just kind of ballooned from there.
How do I,
How do you reload?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you get to do the cool shit. So if you look to the side of your card, you'll see orange buttons.
Yep.
Smack one of those buttons for me.
Ah, I'm a Neo.
Go. There you go.
Definitely get that on screen. That's cool. Oh, what? That's cool. I like how you can see the bullet flying through the air.
Oh, yeah.
You'd like to slow down a little bit?
Yeah, we did a lot of work to make the guns feel satisfying. Because if you're going to make a game where, you know, you have guns for hands and you shoot everything, guns got to feel good.
Have you guys had any problems with nausea at all? I typically get nauseous in VR, and I'm feeling fine.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, the game's been in development for a while, and throughout development, we've been constantly keeping an eye on preventing nausea and motion sickness, because me in particular, I'm pretty susceptible to it.
Me too, yeah.
So anytime we're trying something new with locomotion, they'll chuck me in, and it's like, all right, how do you feel? And if I feel like I need to throw up, then we have to tweak things. There's a lot of little subtle tricks that we're doing to minimize the nausea. For example, you might not be able to notice, but on the camera feed, you can see there's like a lump on the lower corner of the screen. That's actually a nose. It's a virtual nose. Put that in there because apparently that helps to minimize motion sickness, because I guess it helps trick your brain. There's a thing. It's showing you how much money you've earned. Oh, by the way, this is your lunch break, so if you want to shoot the food buttons.
Okay.
And then hit the target, and then eat your lunch. Oh, there you go. There you go. Turns out donuts and donut burgers are great to be eaten with guns.
Can I grab that with a gun? No. Okay.
So throughout the game, you're going to be earning money. So the better you perform at each of the tasks, the more money you'll earn, the more shit you'll be able to buy.
Okay. This is fun. Now, how long is the entire game? I know the demo is relatively short, but how long is the entire game going to be?
So the full game, we're targeting 2 to 3 hours of playtime.
Yeah. Whoever's idea was it to slow down time and reload like that?
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Thank you.
All right, now I know you guys are an Australian company, so would you call, it's called the American Dream, obviously, so it's very satirical look at how guns are perceived in America. Were you guys worried at all about how the game would be perceived with like today's political climate?
So yeah, like it's a satirical game, and the reason that it is in the 1950s like America setting was it's not solely a commentary on America. Like my opinion on it is America kind of represents the epicenter of like Western culture, and that's something that permeates throughout the world. So we're from Australia, we're not immune to the influence of America, right? So we get all the American games, we get the American movies, we get the American TV shows, we're drip fed all of this. But it all kind of originates from this one source and it spreads and feeds back into itself. And with America, like you have this super idealistic, optimistic era of the 1950s, which we thought really fit with the tone that we were going for, the kind of creepily happy and overly optimistic and like nonchalant kind of attitude towards some things. Because you've seen like Fallout and how they treat like nuclear weapons, how it's like the hot shit. For us, it's kind of like, what if we were living in a world where they were looking to the future and it's like, oh, we've just won like a war with weapons. What else can we do with these things? It's like, oh, why not eat with them? Why not drive your car with them? Why not cook with them? Why not do everything with them? And just kind of what kind of like hilariously twisted world that might be. And we kind of, sprung our inspiration from that. But in terms of like fear of backlash, I mean, there were some concerns. But the first time we showed this game was in Seattle for PAX West, and it was received really well. I think people can take a joke, and yeah.
I think it helps that there's no actual violence in the game. I mean, there's tons of shooting, tons of guns. Nobody gets hurt. I mean, unless you count the rats. But
most of them are dead anyway, so it's fine. And there were rats, yeah.
And this is coming to all 3 VR consoles, right?
That's the plan, yeah. So we're hoping to ship for Vive, Oculus, and PlayStation VR.
And what do you know what the about price point will be?
So we haven't locked in the price point, but it'll be so the experience is going to be similar in length to like a movie. So probably like $20 to $30 for like like a 3D kind of movie. That's what we're looking at. Haven't locked in anything yet.
And have you guys locked in a launch date yet or no?
Also not locked in, but we expect to be out by the end of the year.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
All right.